Wesley So, playing white with an ELO rating of 2,737, faces Magnus Carlsen playing black with an ELO rating of 2,818. To secure a win at this level, it takes a couple of well-timed sacrifices and a remarkable 95% accuracy rate. So initiated a bold sacrificial attack that showcased his strategic ingenuity. Facing a formidable opponent like Carlsen didn't deter him. In the end, he stood triumphant, earning recognition as the Game of the Year 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens of all ages, welcome to Chess of Legends. The game opens with the Sicilian Defense, a favorite among players seeking an unbalanced dynamic game. The Sicilian is known for its asymmetrical pawn structure and counter-attacking potential. So opts for a closed setup against the Sicilian, maneuvering his pieces towards the center and kingside. Carlsen's g6 prepares for fianchettoing the bishop, aiming for a strong diagonal presence. h6 can be seen as a prophylactic move, reducing white's options for attacking or pinning pieces. Therefore, h3 can be considered as a preparatory move, less common and indicative of a plan to reposition the knight aggressively, diverging from more standard lines. Carlsen continues with solid development, placing the bishop on the long diagonal. White castles, ensuring king safety while black develops the knight to a natural square, controlling the center and preparing for kingside castling. Then, Wesley begins a kingside pawn push, but Magnus's exchange opens the e-file and changes the pawn structure, leading to a semi-open f-file, which can be utilized for rook activity. So's queen move to d2 is a multi-purpose move. It adds support to the bishop on f4 and possibly prepares for a kingside pawn storm in moves like g4 and h4. Then, he repositions the knight, aiming to bring it into more active play. The knight on f3 eyes the e5 square and supports potential pawn pushes in the center. Knight g5 check is a bold sacrifice by So. This move aims to disrupt black's kingside pawn structure and opens lines for an attack. It reflects a shift from positional play to direct aggression, a sacrifice reminiscent of Mikhail Tal's aggressive style. So's queen f2 is a multifaceted move that aligns with the broader strategic aims of strengthening the center, preparing for kingside activity, and maintaining solid defense. He then continues to press with e5, recalling the aggressive, line-opening tactics used in the famous Holmov vs. Bronstein game. Carlsen's move, placing the queen on b6, creates a direct threat on the b2 pawn, forcing So to account for this potential weakness in his position. Wesley responds with a check that serves to increase the pressure on Carlsen's position as well. Magnus's capture on c4 can be considered a critical mistake. So capitalizes brilliantly on Carlsen's mistake, maintaining the initiative and posing significant problems for black to solve. Magnus moves his bishop to d5, leaving black's kingside even more exposed. White plays knight f6, a sacrifice intensifying the attack on Carlsen's king. Carlsen is compelled to capture the knight, eliminating the immediate threat but opening the g-file and weakening his kingside defense. So continues to exert pressure by capturing the black knight with his rook. Carlsen recaptures with the queen, a necessary move to fend off the immediate threats, but also a decisive blunder. Wesley maintains the momentum of his assault with his bishop, further amplifying the pressure. In response, Carlsen's move g5 seeks to neutralize the attack and shut down open lines. So's queen captures g5, maintaining the pressure. Carlsen responds by capturing the bishop on f6, trying to alleviate the mounting threats against his king. White skillfully combines threats and checks, gradually breaking down black's defenses. Magnus, on the other hand, is in a defensive stance, trying to navigate through the threats. So's moves illustrate an effective endgame strategy, using his queen and rook to maintain pressure. Carlsen tries to activate his pieces, but So's tactical awareness keeps him ahead. In these moves, Wesley's relentless attack eventually leads to material gain and a dominating position. Carlsen's defensive moves are unable to offset the momentum. These moves reflect the high-stakes jockeying for position in the late-middle game, where both players are looking for tactical chances while ensuring they don't compromise their own safety or positional standing. So simplifies the position with pawn exchanges, focusing on exploiting Carlsen's exposed king and remaining pieces. So's play is characterized by aggressive tactics, precise calculation, and strategic depth. While Carlsen showcases resilience and defensive creativity, he then continues to apply pressure, and Carlsen's position becomes increasingly difficult to defend. In these moves, So's precise and aggressive play, especially with his king and queen, demonstrates a deep understanding of endgame principles. His ability to coordinate his pieces effectively and advance his pawns underlines his skill in converting a winning position. Carlsen, on the other hand, tries to mount a defense and create counterplay, but So's overwhelming position leaves little room for a comeback. This ending of the game showcases the high-level tactical and strategic play that defines Grandmaster chess. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts about which game should be considered the Game of the Year 2023. Until next time, keep those kings safe and those minds sharp.